What's up, what's up, what's up? Now, here's the thing. I kind of want to start out this video to make sure it's clear. I'm like asking why, like I'm confused about something. But the real logic answer is it's not confusing. It's the real reality is they're racist. You know, but my mind wants to say, but why? You know, as an action, a question, but that why comes if you're giving someone the benefit of the doubt of not being a racist. They are, but I'm still going to go with that route that I wanted to go with to, start out. So the main thing is just the interesting thing is the why part, which is, I know the answer, but why is it like, because I'm expecting like these certain like movie reviewers not to be racist and biased like other hate channels. Something that you are expecting. And I've already brought this up before. I said this way before it happened, that the people who talk about politics and talk about the liberals, the left and all that, they're moving into movies. Now they're attacking movies now. But I said that won't happen with the movie reviewers. They won't start doing things like that. I don't see them jumping off from doing where they regularly do movie reviews and start talking about some woke or feminist. Woke wasn't being used yet, but just saying the dumb shit that they say. And then I explained Jeremy starts saying Captain Marvel is a feminist movie, the first one for his review, and Wonder Woman is a feminist movie. And I was like, I don't feel like going over that. But then I was like, and then I started catching on to other dumb YouTubers now wanting to use certain these words that other hate channels use. But you kind of, want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they can review movies without being biased. But that's almost like looking at a cop with a badge and then he shoots a clearly unarmed person and you're like wanting to ask someone, but why did you do that? He's a person. Okay, he's not because he has a blue suit on with a badge doesn't mean he's good. Because he calls himself a movie reviewer doesn't mean he's good. So I don't mean to go over that again, but I know the clear answer, they're racist. But you just, you want to try to give them the benefit of the doubt, feel like they love movies. I said I'm the most passionate movie reviewer on YouTube because I believe that I'm the only one that can look at a movie without being biased. Or try to fit in or be accepted or be caught being a hypocrite like I caught Jeremy so many times. Or contradicting himself so many times. So the first guy I'm going to put, I don't know his name. His name starts with a K. I was going to just do a video with him. And I was just going to, I saw his not Captain Marvel, but it's called The Marvels review of him walking out of the theater. And the question of the why thing is, he had this like frustration, this anger, like, oh my gosh, just something like you're seeming like you're upset by walking out of a kid's movie. That's why I said YouTube is a bunch of single dudes and mostly arguing about kid movies. That's what most of YouTube is, just a bunch of supposedly grown ass dudes arguing over kid movies. But but my thing is, what I said is, but what I commonly see that on YouTube of people who hang on one color, they're racist on YouTube that do movie reviews, is they always have that anger for a movie that sucks when it's a movie that is attacked by white supremacists and Nazi kind of people that do their hate videos on YouTube, talking about the woke and feminists and all that. And it's thinking, he used this line, the guy starts with a K. He says something about this movie doesn't know what it is. And I brought that up in my review for Barbie movie review rant. And I said, I see that commonly with people who, are in the hate that try to attack a movie. They'll say that this movie doesn't know what it is and they don't explain what the hell that means. But I said for Barbie, that's the first time me ever have to use that because that movie was just gibberish. It did not know what it is. But I said when other people say it, they don't explain themselves, and it's just like I hate when they use that line because there's a lot of lines that I don't feel like going over. So I went to his Barbie review, a movie that clearly sucked. Where was the anger? Because, and I want to explain, I have not seen The Marvels, and I had plans to say this in my review. This movie would not be worse than the Barbie. or it's called Barbie than the Barbie. Maybe, I don't give a shit. This movie, The Marvels, will not be worse, even though I have not seen it. So I'm trying to want to give someone that's a benefit of doubt, but something tells me something's up. And but we'll see when it comes to when I see the movie. But so that was gonna do my video of going over the anger he has for this movie, which is clearly not worse than Barbie. And then, you know, and I was gonna like really call this guy dumbass and all that, blah, blah. But then I ran into a guy that's completely a freaking retarded, racist, Jeremy, whatever his name is. I ran to his review, came up an hour later. And he had the same anger he had for Terminator Dark Fate. It's just, but the thing is, one, like people, I wanted to make sure it's clear. It's kind of like my two videos I did, my recent video about that P guy who's a big YouTuber is the biggest loser, and I do my other videos that's titled The Problem with White People in Movie Reviews or something like that. Where was I at when I was getting on to all that? Well, I was trying to talk about this like trend thing, you know, the anger that they have for certain things is always like some kid shit. But more that the P guy is the biggest user, whatever his name is. Where I was talking about there's certain things that are in reality are not real when I can tell when something's fake. Is the chances of, like, I always picture in high school, you know, when I look at these YouTubers, like I said, I start to picture them in high school and wonder where they'd be. And a lot of times I kept seeing them, like majority of YouTubers, to be losers in high school. And I just imagine that personality in high school with a group of people and they're upset talking about a kid's movie. All I can see is I can see immediately just being threatened. People tell you to get away from them. Or, you know, because you know literally what's going to come happening. Just imagine, you know, his like personality, the way he's acting over a German guy over a kid's movie. It's just like, I'm rubbing this right now because this is me just imagine someone acting that way around me about a kid's movie. You sit rather wrong person at this point. You need to get away from me right now quickly because there's something wrong with you. But, you know, but this is the thing. So Jeremy, you know, the K guy went to his Barbie review since he used that one line, this movie doesn't know what it is, or some dumb shit. Jeremy, I went to certain movies that I knew better than to go to theaters to see. And I want to see that same anger go for these movies that I know will be clearly worse. There's no way the Marvels will be worse than these movies. And there's three movies that I think, or maybe more, that I knew not to see in theaters. One is Barbie. I did not see it in theaters, and you know, and I want to get to a point of, you know, if I did see the theaters, I want to say the meaning of cussing in your. I want to also explain this. When you're cussing through your movie reviews or talking about how bad a movie is, you are frustrated. I rarely do that. I rarely do that. It has to be a really bad movie that I was stuck at because you know, there's some reason I wasn't able to leave because I brought someone and I don't want to waste their money by walking out of the theater and I had to sit through it. I am frustrated. Barbie would have had me probably cussing a little bit. Next movie was, I'll go to the worst movie of this year that I've seen free online off someone's Max or Peacock. I don't know which one it is. I think it was on Max. Is The Meg 2. That would have been the worst. That would have had me probably most likely cussing my reviews, but I'm very good at dodging bad movies. The Meg 2. And so I went to his Meg 2 review. Didn't seem frustrated at all. We talked like, oh, well, yeah, you know, it's not that good, you know, and all that. Just like, you know how bad the freaking Meg 2 was? It's frustrating bad. But his personality, realized it's not really like upset, like F, you know, saying the F-bomb. When you're saying the F-bomb, you are frustrated. You should be. I mean, you know, for watching the Meg 2. The next one is a movie that I do want to talk about when I get to my Marvel review of movies that just makes money, and it was clear going to be trash. But it's just, and people are complaining about certain movies. It's like, but you see what movies are making money, and that is Five Nights at Freddy's. I saw that free on Peacock off of someone else's app that they gave it to me. that I've been using, you know, and I'm like, this is a really freaking bad movie, dude. And I look at his review, no frustration. No F-bombs, none of that. You know, and I talked about that, you know, when it came to The Mermaid, where I said, you know, I predict how the reviews are gonna go. Where they're like, man, well, they need, man, so much remakes, man. Why do you gotta do remakes? Or, you know, they don't. Why are they doing this? You know, and they have that kind of thing. It's like, why are they doing this? And you're in your 30s, worry about a kid's movie. Yeah, it's just. But the thing is, it only comes out when the white supremacists are mad at the movie. Because to me, it's like, I'm not going to be upset that Marvel sucks. No, I'll be honest with you. I've only been probably about 3 movies made me upset, or I say probably like 2 movies made me upset where I use the F-bomb, or probably, that I can think of. One is probably Godzilla 2014. Yeah, that movie is that still the worst movie I've ever seen? I think it is still the worst movie I've ever seen. Second place is, I think I maybe cuss for the review for Shazam that was praised through YouTube. Any other movie I remember probably cussing, but it was the audience. Like, the movie sucked, but it was the audience I had. And I do remember it was Iron Man 3, and it was the remake to It. Because it was non-stop laughter through the movie. Non-stop. Movies that were praised to YouTube. Especially It. It's supposed to be known as scary. And it was laughed through. And it was supposed to be known as a good horror movie. A movie that was laughed through 90% of the movie by the crowd. And it's like, yeah, it was great, man. It was funny. Yeah, a horror movie. And so the thing is, like, but it's interesting, you know, these anger, upset reviews come out when it's a movie that's hated by white supremacists. I know the answer. You know, I'm just saying it's interesting. I know the answer. It's a duh. Germans are racist. And the other K guy's a guy is racist too. You know, yeah, talk about that K guy. What do you say? Top Gun, Maverick, whatever it was, so great. The movie freaking sucked. Next thing is, I kind of seen beyond the trailer. She really liked the movie. I don't have too much to say about it, but I thought she was odd. She was like saying, man, and I think it's like one of those things when you're in one race group. I get it. I've seen it before where someone says something, then you start to believe it. And through social media, it was trending that the Marvel's trailer sucked. Marvel's trailer was fine. I had no problem with it. You know, but she's talking about, she was so happy it was better than the trailer, but she kept talking about how bad the trailer was. And I actually never got that. But the thing is, I just want to say real quick with that is, to me, if a trailer sucks, the movie has always sucked. Like Barbie, the trailer sucked. And I think through social media, even that K guy said the trailer was really good or something. I was like, the trailer made me not want to see the movie when you have Will Ferrell says, we got to stop her. We got to get her back to the world. And I'm like, but why? What is so important to get her back? And the thing is, I knew they weren't going to explain that. And they didn't. You know, that was the main reason. I was thinking, it seems like gibberish to me. It was more gibberish than I wasn't expecting it to be as gibberish as it was for Barbie was. But that shit was gibberish. But, you know, and it didn't know what it was. It just didn't make any sense. You know, and I kind of even listened a little bit to that K guy talking about Barbie, trying to make sense of it, trying to say, man, it had good meaning in it. Like, what meaning in it or something? What lesson? The daughter, and like he trying to say they have daughter and mother, you know, relationships. Like, okay, it showed her being mean to her mother, and then they get to Barbie land, and now they're friends. Just go along with it. It just didn't know, there was no thought through that movie. People, the Marvels, one more thing, let me say one more thing. And this video is gone because it was just some old channel. I don't know what channel it was. I think it was my 3rd channel where I said, you know, I went over Jeremy's best movie of the year, and I said it's always bullshit. Like, he had like 3 movies of last year he called Awesome Spectacular, and he put them like 3rd place, 7th place, but movies that he says no alcohol required haven't. And I mean, he had those in 7th place and 6th place. He called Awesome Spectacular, but when movies said no alcohol required, he's had them in 3rd place, 2nd place, and all that crap. But You know, but a movie that I went over and I said, I have not seen this movie yet. I think I heard to dodge it, but I am thinking about seeing it in theaters over something to do, and I didn't see it. But it was Christmas Valentine, no, Christmas Violent Night. That's what's called, Violent Night. It was like in his top 10 favorite movies of the year. And I did a video showing, like, I look at his worst movies of the year. I said majority of these movies are his worst movies of the year. Silent Violent, or whatever night, Silent Violent Night, whatever it's called, is worse than a lot of this shit right here. Because that was one of the worst shits I had to sit through. I did fast forward through it, but that had me wanting to cuss. But you told me the Marvels got you frustrated, but not Violent Night? That just don't make any freaking sense to me. There's no way the Marvel is worse than Violent Night. There is no way in hell. I never heard about that movie ever. You don't hear people talk about no Violent Night. Of course, I'm not hearing anyone talk about the Marvels because no one ever talks about Disney Marvel. Only kids probably might, but I never really heard anyone rewatching these movies, these Marvel movies. You know, but anyways, but yeah, so we'll see, you know, after I see the movie, but it's not going to be worse than no Violent Night. I think it was like in 10th place of his best movies of the year of last year. There's no way in hell that movie's going to be close as bad as that movie. So I saw someone do a very good review of what's wrong with that movie. The movie was just, it was worse than trash. You know, it was just, it's frustrating to know that you have people that dumb in this world, you know, and you want to trust people for the reviews, but they're just dumbish, like Jeremy and this K guy, whatever his name is. Peace.